Show of hands. Who slept in a little late today and was supposed to do a small pork shoulder? Yeah. Let's get our eyes down and we're gonna improvise. Okay, so here's the prize today. It's about a 3-pound 11-ounce pork shoulder that's boneless. I had other intentions for this originally. Was going to smoke the whole entire thing, but we're a little light on hours. So what I think we're just going to do instead is probably cut it into thirds and basically make a country style rib. Now, I see a lot of questions in on other people's videos, whether or not a piece of meat is too small to smoke. Like I've said in the previous video, I don't really think it's the size. I think it's more or less the width. So I think if it's wide enough, it could pretty much take on smoke. It also depends on what kind of meat, though, too, as well. If we have a nice amount of intermuscular fat, like we do here, it's going to be a little bit more resilient. Ooh, man, I'm good. Got those perfect. It's going to be a little bit more resilient. Those fats are going to break down, and it's going to be able to drag out the amount of time. But at the same time, these aren't too thick to where they would take 6, 7, 8 hours. By cutting this up into thirds, I just probably took hours off of this whole entire cook. So now I could probably get these done in about 3 or 4 hours. Let's season. Woohoo, coming on. Alright. Just going to use my normal rub, which we're still keeping super hush-hush because, yeah, it's becoming kind of an addiction. So, yeah, one of these days we'll come up with the base variety of it, and maybe we can explain to you guys what's in it. Luckily with this rub, it's the more the merrier, so it's not high in salt. It's definitely there, but yeah, I can completely drown the meat in it. It's not a problem. So what I think we're going to do with these, we're going to slap them outside on my Weber kettle. We just shrunk our footprint by making these a lot smaller. Not that I couldn't cook a whole pork shoulder in the Weber kettle, because I totally can. But yeah, no, I want to do, we'll set up an indirect zone in the Weber kettle, which I've shown you guys before. If you haven't seen it before, well, take a look at my grill after I'm done with this, and you'll get what's going on real quick. It's super easy. And I think I'm going to do something kind of fun with potatoes. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had smoked potatoes. I haven't had them in years. I used to do it all the time when I first started smoking. It's actually how I learned basic temperature control. Something that can sit outside and get the crap beat out of it all day long, at least for hours. And was resilient because it's actually, these potatoes will be wrapped. But yeah, you're definitely going to want to follow along for that one. That's a pretty cool one. Kind of makes the potato a little sweet, but it doesn't necessarily have the same texture as a sweet potato, which I'm not overly fond of. I'm going to be using hickory and probably a little apple chips. I think I have some of those left. So, actually, no, that's all I have left. Nice. So there you go. I guess it's been decided. Applewood's a great choice for pork too. I've also used a lot of cherry and grapevines. Believe it or not, grapevine's a nice one too. I don't have any access to that right now, but yeah, little applewood will do just great. Alright, so a few minutes here, we're going to go kick my Weber in the butt, get that up and running, get this meat on, and then we'll start prepping them potatoes. Alright. Alright guys, that's about the best interpretation of the snake method I can do. Like I said, I'm a little sloppy with it, but at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. Let's try to get this started. And yeah, I figure this will probably cook for about 4 hours. If I have to cover it, if I have to bring it in, I'll do whatever needs to be done. Just improvise, guys. Low and slow. That's the one thing we're shooting for. Alrighty. Don't mind the lawnmowers in the background. We're going to get our meat on and lay her to rest for a little bit. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I like doing this version, guys, I tell you what, you save on fuel. And I can get my offset going right now and burn through a whole bunch of wood, burn through a whole bunch of charcoal. This version, I've been using the same bag. This is like my third or fourth cook. These will be just fine. We'll come back and check in on these in a couple hours, see how they're looking. I'm not even going to keep track of the temp. Alright, I just almost forgot to make half of my meal. You know, got to do those spuds, remember? I've already washed the spuds, already dried them, poked them. And we are going to make a little bit of a seasoning snafu for these guys. Put in whatever you want, guys. Like, I'm just kind of shooting from the hip on this. Figure we're doing about a half teaspoon of chive, half teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of basil. Probably about the same amount in chili powder, give or take. About the same amount of Italian seasoning, give or take. Got a little everything in it. Some black pepper, but of course, pretty much the same. And once I find it, some flaky salt. I'm not really sure where that is. No, just like that. We found it. Alright, so basically I'll be taking these potatoes and scoring them and rolling them in a vegetable oil, olive oil. Ooh, isn't that nice? That's going to be so good. And after I roll them, I wrap them in aluminum, get them on the smoker. Now, I'm not worried if these get done a little early. I got a small little toaster oven that I can put them in at a low temp just to keep warm. Same thing goes with the pork, too. It doesn't matter which one of these finish first. They can always rest. Alright, right back. Alright, so like I said, guys, we are just going to score these. Not even 1/8 of an inch, okay? Just going to let some of that oil and a little bit of the herbs get in. Speed up the process a tiny bit, and it'll keep your spuds from blowing up too, not to mention. I don't know about you, but I don't like it when my spuds blow up. Alright. Alright. Now we're going to get a little olive action up in here. Get a nice drizzle on all of them. Oops. No big deal. Alright. Spread the love. The love spuds. Alright, when you get a nice coating like that, slap down a little aluminum foil. Alright, get a little seasoning on the back side of it first. Get your spud in there. And give it a little roll. It's okay. If it's stuff that you want it to stick to it, it doesn't all have to stick to it. It's no big deal. And roll her up. And when you're done, you should have a nice little aluminum foil wrapped seasoned spud to throw on that smoker. These will take a couple hours. I figure about 2 or 3. I might actually temp the smoker and get a vague idea as to where we're going with this. Oh yeah, one last step. Don't forget to poke your spuds through that aluminum. Just one poke per. Mind you, I've already fork poked these. I've already sliced them, but this is just to get a little little hole so the actual smoke can get in. These won't be overly smoky. I haven't done these in years. They're actually pretty mild, but there's a nice little sweetness plus all the flavors of that seasoning and herbs and such. Alright, we're going to get these on the grill and we'll be right back. Hey guys, be kind. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you could, thanks. Alright guys, after about 5 hours smoke time, everything's looking nice. Let's get a little topping action on that potato, huh? Whew, that's hot. That potato sat out there the whole entire time. It's beautiful. Let's get a little melted butter on it. Oh yeah. Maybe a little sour cream action. Top it how you want, guys. Be adventurous with your spuds. Maybe a little extra seasoning, maybe. Oh yeah. Same rub that I did for the potato skins. Ooh. But what we really came here for was that money shot on the meat. Let's see what we got. Oh, she's tender. Oh yeah. So nice. It's beautiful. Let's give her a taste. Took her out at about 195. Hey, you know what? I wasn't really happy with that money shot. I don't know if it was the lighting or what, but I don't really think it dignified how juicy this is. So we're going to do one more money shot. Change the light a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's glistening. It's lovely. I mean, look at the juices just on the cutting board here. Look at that. Ooh, juices. All right. Make it.